minutes.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're up and running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Pull it. And it's Michel Platini. The Rossi gets a foot in here. Platini. Rijkaard. Oh, easy pickings there.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And he's managed to get free. And it's Lampard. He's going to be disappointed with that. And here's it's Snyder! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Maldini. Vieira. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Cruyff. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And here's Hullet. Now it's Platini. Platini will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Lampard. Raul. Kuching City are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Hullet, who needs just a moment to score a goal. Belletti. And he's looking to catch him up. Here's Vieira. And it's Rijkaard. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Norway are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go...
Towering header! Goal, Norway! And we have liftoff! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Norway have penetrated for the first time.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Raul. Very nearly half an hour gone here. And this is Ronaldinho. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
De Rossi. Oh, that's well spotted. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Raul. Looking for the run. Ronaldinho receives it in a wide position. Vieira. It's Hullet. Vieira. Great vision.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Well timed, excellent interception. Belletti. And the shot! Well taken goal. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal. He'll try from distance! Ambitious, but just off target.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Maldini. Vieira can see things others simply cannot. De Rossi. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he get on the end of this? He's shifting through the gears here. It's a good foot in there. Schneider. That's the end of the first 45. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. Back on the way then. And this is Adriano. And it's Vieira. Rijkaard. And here's Hullet. Looking for a runner. Ronaldinho.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Lampard. And this is Adriano. And here's Ronaldinho. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Schneider. Oh, he's having a go! Schneider! Brilliant!
As responses to a half-time team talk go, that tops the lot. Of course, it enhances his reputation, and it has to give this team a surge of belief, surely.
Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Substitution.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Norway leading now. Cannavaro. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. It's a searching pass. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Kuching City clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
51,832.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Kuching City are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Rummenigge just eases him off the ball.
Kuching City really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Can he finish? Oh, in he goes again. Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
The Rossi picks it up from the goal kick. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Good running, strong and purposeful. And it's Michel Platini. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. He's in a great position. Shot, surely! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Substitution for Norway.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Number 7, Raul.
Chance for a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Van Dijk. Number 25.
Hoisted in.
Caicedo. Substitutions taking place.
Adriano. Kuching City have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Lampard is wide and looking to get onto this. He's picked his way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's chosen to go back. He's looking wide. Dani Olmo crosses. Khan claims it without any fuss.
Kuching City really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Schneider going face-to-face with his great rival.
Substitution for Norway. Number 14, Adriano. Coming on to replace him is number 18.
Currently being consciously targeted.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
And he welcomes it in. Space for him to turn and look. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's Schneider. Schneider, good effort from distance. And no one is overly concerned about that.
No, it's a fair attempt. I think he felt he could line one up there. The odds were never really in his favour.
Maldini. Oh, can he get onto this? Schneider. That's a little off target. De Rossi. No, that's been intercepted.
Norway really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
And it's Michel Platini. Rummenigge is onto this.
3 minutes added time.
Rummenigge! It's run loose, and again! Oh, the bar! Referee's had a good look and given a corner.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
Rijkaard, Lampard, and it's Berbatov. Caicedo. He's got away. That is good strength. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that is as much time as there will be. Kuching City, perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle. Well, this is a guy who has pushed back the boundaries year on year. A brilliant maverick who just seems to go on and on.
Yeah.
It's in!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And that really is so impressive. Kuching City finding themselves unexpectedly behind. He's got away. Maldini tries to clear. Nice interception, well timed. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Tries to think it through. And it's been hooked away. Great header! And it's in! Not one, but two. It is a dream start. Oh, super header, wonderfully acrobatic.
Well, he had a choice to make. He could have gone with his foot, but he got it absolutely right with that diving header. Brilliant.
Things starting to look very comfortable. Shot, surely! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. They are purring, truly purring. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Indonesia are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
(3-0) and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now it's Hullet. Kuching City are possibly already looking at damage limitation. 3 behind with so long to play. Hoisted in. Chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. Hangs in a cross. Quarter of an hour played. Hullet. And Hullet! Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Hakimi couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't.
He's having a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Ibrahimovic can be a real threat inside the box.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Can he finish? Piqué getting this one clear. Succumbs to the pressure. It's a good-looking delivery. Maldini clears it away. Kuching City already looking up at the vast mountain they've been left to climb. Yaya Toure. Hullet. Oh, this is a very good run. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more...
And that has forced the very best out of the keeper.
Indonesia certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
Hello everybody, and a quick announcement now. We would like to ask you all to kindly stay seated during the match. Thank you for your cooperation.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
everybody,
The
and
fans have
welcome
pulled
to
out all the
today's
stops
match.
to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's down to business here. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
Oh, good climb! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
What a throw in. Intercepts the throw, that's well read.
Javier Zanetti will be having a very busy game for sure, Peter. He'll be raiding the flanks all game long, if he's allowed to, of course. But if he starts beating people and getting balls into the box consistently, I can only see one winner here.
And he does it with such an unassuming demeanour. He makes the ordinary look beautiful, doesn't he?
He does, absolutely. His game is just laced with moments of sheer brilliance.
Greenwood. Probing pass. Nicely worked. Rummenigge. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a...
Cruyff! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. He leaps for it! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Now it's Pelé.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Pelé can so cleverly bypass the press. And it's Dembele. Chance! No, not the best of headers.
Penang certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And here's Shevchenko. Applies the finish! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Pelé. Kuching City ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
Now it's Pelé. And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Kuching City clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's Pelé.
Pelé really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Xavi Alonso. Now it's Pelé. He's dribbled past his man here. Nicely weighted ball. He's had a shot! Oh, fantastic from Platini! A finish of true class!
It just came down to a battle of wills between him and the keeper, and he won it with a cracking piece of trickery.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Now that looks a decent ball. Hangs one, and the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And the pass is intercepted.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And this is Cruyff! Danny Olmo with the clearance. O'Shea tries to pass it through, and he plays one through. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Vieira. Now Platini. Xavi Alonso. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Oh, he's taken it. And here's Platini. Shevchenko. Koller. Not the most accurate pass. Rummenigge. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
There will be 1 minute added time.
That is a brilliant interception. Alonso, there he goes, motoring forward. They've won a corner. And this could be the final action of the first half. So, a temporary halt to the action. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Kuching City come in leading by just the odd goal.
A little lost today.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy. A little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Kuching City with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0. So, into the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Searching pass he's played there. And he's managed to get rid. Taken back almost at once. Shevchenko! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Zanetti. Dembele. Ball's out once more. Oh, good steal. He just read it. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, that's a key interception. Greenwood. Cruyff. And it's Cruyff. Looking to play him in. Oh, no joy this time. O'Shea has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never out. Goes for a shot! And he hits the net! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Things starting to look very comfortable. Shoots! It's in! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Shift in momentum, perhaps.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Well, there's the clearance. Referee's given a throw. And he's managed to gift it back. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Rummenigge. And he's found a way past. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And Shevchenko! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Zanetti crosses it in.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Kuching City suddenly appear frail.
Yes, from comfort zone to a stage of uncertainty, perhaps, and they can't drift into a carelessness, or this could get away from them.
He's on it, can he? Oh, shooting chance! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Substitution on the field. Number 44.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Number 18, Mason Greenwood. Coming on the field.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Substitution is taking place.
And it's Zanetti. And the through ball. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. Kuching City still have the cards to affect this game. Platini closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Vieira. Can he finish? It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Lofted in. Good read, needed to be.
Kuching City surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Platini. O'Shea. And the counter is on. Looking for the run. Gerrard. Kuching City can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Now it's Shevchenko. Shevchenko unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And smartly reclaimed. Romario stood his ground strongly. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle, stopped him dead in his tracks. Gerrard, he's gone for goal! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Substitution on the field.
The message is
15,
simple: defend this with your
Dembele.
lives.
Number 2, O'Shea. Coming on the field.
Penang
Number 20,
really can only do one thing
Rashford.
now, Peter. Get the
Number
ball up
7,
front, make sure it sticks,
Neymar.
and sustain some
Substitution.
pressure.
Oh, the ball's run loose here. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Desperate defending required here. That's the keeper's ball. And now they can spring out of defence.
4 added minutes has
This
been
is
indicated.
Shevchenko. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. We are into stoppage time. Plays a sharp little ball here. Hullet.
That was lovely, that.
Oh, some astute defending there. It's a pretty loose pass. And that's that. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game
everybody,
yet to
and
kick
welcome
off.
to
The
today's
excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, Jim, there's very little room for debate when it comes to Andrea Pirlo's legacy in the game of football. He made that deep-lying creative position his own.
Although I believe it was something that happened almost by accident.
Pretty happy accident.
Yeah, it seems he started out as a number 10, but he didn't have the necessary pace or physicality, so he just dropped deeper. Now his game is all about...
There's the shot! And that was probably asking just too much. Rummenigge, Vieira, Hullet, well read, and the danger is averted. Now it's Ibrahimovic, and this is Del Piero. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Mateus, out of play for a goal kick. Now he's off and running. Engages and forces him off the ball. And this is Hullet. Oh, he's bustling, and Hullet! He's scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Bebeto! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Not the most accurate pass. Kuching City, currently a goal to the good, and with the lion's share of the ball. Rummenigge in the hunt and looking threatening. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Maldini. Cafu does really well to win the ball there. And this is Bebeto. Rijkaard. And it's Hullet. Oh, that's well spotted. Cruyff. Del Piero. Cruyff. Ainsby. Big chance! Off the post! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. And here's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic. This looks promising. Flings it. He's rising! Oh, it's come off the upright. Chouameni, well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, it's Bebeto. Mateus. Vieira, and he's worked it through. Rummenigge, just the keeper in his way. Chouameni is the guilty party there. Can he get on the end of this? And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. Nice interception, well timed. Mateus. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Mateus really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Looking for the run. Cafu gets across to intercept that. Pirlo is always looking to break lines. Bebeto. And that has put paid to that. Vieira.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Vieira. Rummenigge. Thuram going vertical.
Kuching City can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Tchouaméni is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Well, that looks a decent ball. It's a nicely shaped ball. He's got away. Oh, he's been caught. Shoots! And one more try! And no mistake. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And that brings the first half to a close. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So, Jim,
Hello,
neither side getting it
please
all their
join
own way
me
so
in
far.
wishing a
Well,
happy
it's
wedding
been an
anniversary
intriguing
for
watch.
one of our
A
fan
really
club
nice
members.
contrast of styles that seem to suit both teams pretty well. Who's ultimately going to win it? It's anyone's guess still.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. The second half then, just getting going. And this is Hullet. Vieira. Oh, just skips past his man. And he was alert to it. Oh, well played, well sorted out. He won't be happy with that one. Searching pass he's played there. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Madrid can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Well, that is one way to stop him. And now the breakaway. And this is Hullet. And he's managed to get free. Hullet showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And this is Bebeto. Vieira. Can he get it through? Great ball, and he's in. And the shot! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. That is ended up in no man's land. Bebeto. And it's Cruyff. Oh, it's Bebeto. Foot in. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Bebeto was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That's an imaginative pass. Short changes him with that pass. Cafu. Bebeto going face-to-face with his great rival. Roberto Carlos. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Roberto Carlos got a long way forward to join the attack. Roberto Carlos. And he's quick to snatch it back. Good running, strong and purposeful. Maldini. Platini might just make this. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Couldn't squeeze it through. Bebeto. That's going wide left.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Mateus. Oh, nicely intercepted. Great vision. It's played through for him. Maldini gets over and intercepts. And it's Michel Platini.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Shot could be on. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Now it's Ibrahimovic. That's been slipped through. Rijkaard. Platini. Platini will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And this is Bebeto. Passing is crisp and sharp. Del Piero. And this is Bebeto. Platini quietly revving up. He has found the way through. And this is Bebeto. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Substitution on the field. Number 18, Mateus.
Rafael Varane.
Number 20,
Courtois.
Rummenigge. Number 4.
Now that's well seen too.
Number
Somewhat
5,
off target.
Rijkaard. Number 11,
Ibrahimovic
Gullit.
is firing after
coming
that
on
one.
the field. Number 13,
And it's Gerrard.
number
Yamal
15,
is the type of player who always
Number
likes having a bit of
24,
space in front of him.
Johan Cruyff. Number 14,
And that's it. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We're up and running then.
In modern football, the role of the defensive midfielder has become hugely, hugely important.
Talking of which, Claude Makelele, the battery in the watch.
Yeah, and fittingly, a lot of pundits refer to it as the Makelele role now, such as his influence playing that position.
Here comes another cross. Schmeichel claims it, safe hands. Pullet. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And he's taking no chances there. Vieira. Adriano. Now it's Platini. Desai spots it and intercepts. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Hullet. Oh, now he can run away with it. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
What a start, free Platini! Short changes him with that pass. And it's Vieira. And here's Platini. And this is Adriano. Aims beyond, shapes to shoot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Oh, good climb! Harmlessly behind.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst decision in the world to go for the shot, even if he was being closely marshalled.
Cruyff gathers from the goal kick. Can he get on the end of this? This is a promising build-up. And that has left him in a heap. Now it's Hazard. Nicely weighted ball. There's the shot! Goal! Boca Juniors! And Boca Juniors take the lead. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass.
Towering header! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Belletti.
Kuching City really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Hazard finding himself in space. Caught offside that time. And this is Bale. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Played out towards the right wing.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Vieira conjures time and space where few can. Now it's Hullet. That's an imaginative pass. Now that's well seen too.
Boca Juniors definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Bale. Oh, such a clever touch. And he's there to clear it. Platini. And it's Belletti. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Vieira. And it's Hullet. Adriano. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, decent chance! And he hits the net. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now. Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Platini. It's Hullet. And this is Adriano. Threads one in. And this is Adriano. And he's definitely onside. And a header! It's in! It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Kuching City with the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. It's their second corner of the game. Ferdinand getting this one clear. It's a throw-in. It's a promising position. Cross flung in towards the middle. And the Saar deals with that nice and simple. Tries to play it through, and that could set him on his way. So a temporary halt to the action. Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seats, and all of a sudden things are looking pretty rosy. So we reach the halfway point.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
Kuching City are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Roberto Carlos. Cannavaro gets it clear. Ambitious ball here. It's a pretty loose pass. Panucci is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Panucci has it in a wide position. And that has been knocked clear. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Mateus. Has to go back here. And the shot! Goal! It's level again! What a match we have!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Boca Juniors drag themselves back again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Good ball, good take. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Great vision. That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. And he's gone looking for safety. And he's quick to snatch it back. Oh, he's burst through. Oh, it's a chance, surely! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Hazard is offering a wry smile there.
Cambio en Boca Juniors. Número 9, número 24, número 18. Entran número 7.
And it's hoisted
número
clear.
20, número 21. Cambio.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Tanucci. Roberto Carlos venturing down the left.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too. When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
And here's Bale. Tries to pass it through. Bale. Hoisted in. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And here's Baggio. And he's quick to return it. Oh, good spread. Oh, he's played it in low. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Owen. Nice looking ball. No, that's been intercepted. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now he's running away. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Ferdinand cuts out the pass. And now the breakaway. Bale. He is through here. Hullet. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Roberto Baggio. Tanucci. Knocks it into space. Chance for a shot! And he should have made them pay.
Bale has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
So here comes a substitution. So, time for a potential game changer.
Well, this could lead to the injection of energy that might disrupt the rhythm of their opponents. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And he's taking no chances there. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. We are into overtime. Owen going about things with real menace. And this is Hullet. And he's managed, goes for a shot! He lifts the roof! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? One sweeping... And that's that. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intent. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And that gets things running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Bruno Fernandes is the modern-day Portuguese maestro. I really like him for his character as well, something that's not picked up on very much. I see him as a player who always goes about his business with conviction and authority, and a proper leader.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. And that's definitely not his best. And this is Hullet. Tries to get it clear. That has been slung wide. He's found a way through. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Adriano, there he goes, motor... Hullet! Rude Hullet! That is just a piece of art!
This is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Manchester United finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Well-timed, excellent interception. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now it's Platini. And the shot! He's got a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
And Zola! Rijkaard. That's going wide left.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
That'll be a corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Looking here to chip it through. And that has been knocked clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Shapes to shoot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Kike gets over and intercepts. Looking for the run. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Adriano unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Juve. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Gets a good foot in there. Rijkaard. McAllister. Foot in. Vieira. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Zola.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And here's Cruyff. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's only too happy to take that back. Juve. And it's Mendes. Nicely weighted ball. Good ball over the top. And he's quick to get rid. Played back into the centre.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
And it's been played through. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. McAllister, he's shifting through the gears here. Vieira. Bullet. Oh, well measured. He's free, he has got space. Tries a shot! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Platini just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
And it's going to be another one. So, third corner of the game. And that is masterful defending. That's going to go a long way. Maldini, and he's picked it up out wide. And this is Cruyff. A terrific effort! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong...
Real chance! It's loose now. McAllister! And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Kuching City will be wanting more of the same in the second half then. Utterly dominant in the first period, and they're 3-0 up. Shot, surely! It's a goal! They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline. Another... and that's it. Well, thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.